TV shows and social media made everyone think that real estate is this fancy way of getting rich quick. Even though you can make insane amounts of money in real estate, oftentimes it's not that easy. In this video, I will share some brutally honest advice for anyone wanting to get their real estate license or is a new realtor. Let's start with the most honest advice. No one is coming to save you. So you got your real estate license, you're so excited, and now it's time to go and to interview brokers. One thing you need to understand here, their job is to recruit you. So they will promise all these cool leads and tools and how they will help you grow your business, which might be the case, but you need to understand that in this business you are by yourself, even if you're on a team. You are self-employed. If you don't take actions, nothing will change in your business. This is not a 9-to-5 job where you just show up and get paid. You are the captain of your own ship. If there's one thing you should take away from this video, it took me a long time to understand this, is that you cannot teach people to be hungry. You can train them to sell, you can train them to call people, to market themselves, but you cannot teach them how to be hungry. It has to come from within, and this is the reason that is causing many new realtors to fail, unfortunately. I can talk about this for 2 hours, but seriously, it needs to come from within. You need to be hungry, you need to be eager to learn. It's really hard to teach people how to be hungry, and if 10 people is watching this right now, they want to get into real estate, the chances of 8 of them failing is very high, because that's a statistic in the business. The other 2, I can promise you, they are very hungry to success and to learn. Next one is, and this can hurt a lot, your friends and family won't automatically use you. A lot of agents think that their friends and families are going to be their first client. Let me tell you, most of the times this won't happen. And that's okay, but here's the real lesson. Don't build your business around expecting handouts from your friends and family. I see so many new agents get their license, they're excited, post on Facebook, and they get so many likes and they think all of these people are gonna use them. But then reality hits. Your cousin just bought a house with another agent. Your best friend from college lists with someone else. Even your parents might hesitate with trusting you with their biggest investment. And that stinks, but here's the thing, you cannot take it personally. Most people don't choose their agent based on personal relationship. They choose based on experience, confidence, and marketing. When you are brand new, you probably don't have any of these things, but that's okay. What you need to do is to prove yourself, and this is what I did. And this is the best approach with sphere of influence, in my opinion. Go sell a bunch of houses, just act busy, show them how hardworking you are, post on social media how you're showing all these houses, go on the events, and people will get perception that you're really professional, and eventually they will come around to use you. It's really hard to get that momentum going, but what you need to do is to build credibility, get some Google reviews, have a really professional photos from the first day. When I got my real estate license, I did 2 things. I opened my LLC and I took a professional photo of myself that I'm still using on my business cards, listing signs, and everything. You gotta act like you already have 100 homes under your belt. All these small things will affect them to work with you. They will say, oh, look at Andrew, he is doing it. He is selling all these homes, he is holding open houses, he is having these events, he's traveling, he just traveled to another state for an event. He must be serious. And this is how you build a perception of you being successful, and over time, like I said, people will come to work with you. Next advice is, most of your time won't be spent selling homes. How do you mean? I'm a realtor, of course I'm gonna be selling homes. True, but a lot of people think that day of an agent consists of showing homes, closing deals, and cashing big commission checks. But let me tell you the truth, 90% of your time is spent prospecting, dealing with rejection, dealing with paperwork, and following up with past clients and future clients. Here's what a typical day looks like or should look like for a new agent. You wake up and start making calls, lots of them, expired listings, FISBOs, past clients, sphere of influence, you name it. And most of these calls straight to the voicemail or flat out not interested. You're sending follow-up emails and social media DMs because no one signs a contract after just one conversation. You're creating content, videos, posts because you gotta stay visible, because if people don't see you, they will forget about you. You're going to networking events, shaking hands and making connections. Because real estate is a people business, and the more people you know, the better. And the truth is, the actual fun part, the part that you probably see on social media with many realtors showing homes and closing deals, is just 10% of your time. If you're not ready to do the other 90%, you probably won't last in this business. The agents who succeed are the ones who treat this like a real business, not like a hobby. Next, your first year will be brutal, but it's worth it. I'm just going to say it. Your first year in the business is probably going to be the hardest year in your life. You're going to question if you made the right decision, if this is for you. And this is where most agents quit. They get their license, they're excited, but they realize this is not get-rich-quick job, and they give up before they see any results. But if you push through this first year, everything changes. Let me give you an example. A new agent comes in, excited and ready to go. They talk to a few people, maybe get 1 or 2 leads, but nothing closes. They start feeling discouraged. They see other agents closing deals, and they start thinking, maybe this isn't for me. Meanwhile, another agent in the same office is also struggling, but instead of quitting, they double down. They make more calls, they go to any open house they can find, they start putting out content consistently. And then 6 months in, they close their first deal. This deal gives them momentum, confidence, and the proof that they can do this. The next deal comes, then the next deal comes, and suddenly they are on their way to a 6-figure business. The difference, one agent quit too soon, the other one made it through. Real estate isn't hard because the job is difficult. It's hard because of the mental game. You have to believe in yourself to see results. And once they do, this business is probably one of the best businesses to be in my opinion. In my first year in the business, I became Rookie of the Year. I came to this country not knowing anyone, and I was able to go on 60-70 listing appointments that year. I only closed 11 deals, or 10, I think. I'm not sure actually. There's a video you can watch how much I made in my first year in the business. I broke it all down. But the point is, I was making calls like crazy. I was going on all of these appointments, I was getting rejected, but I was able to get some listings, right? And that's how I became Rookie of the Year. Last tip, maybe even the most important one in the long term, have an exit strategy. It's not uncommon to see someone who is 70, 80 and still selling homes because they have to. This is the business where work never stops. It's a transactional treadmill. Let's say you sold 30 homes this year. In order to make the same amount of money next year, what you gotta do? You gotta sell 30 homes again or even more. And the next year you gotta sell more and more and more, and then you have lifestyle inflation, you have a better car, maybe you have a better office, and then you gotta sell more and more. I saw this early on and my goal was to diversify myself. I aligned myself with a brokerage where I get equity in the company for selling homes. eXp Realty is basically my retirement, not to mention the passive income I'm getting from revenue share. Plus, my goal is to start investing in real estate so one day I can stop selling homes if I want to. Just because someone is a great realtor and they've been doing this for 30 years doesn't mean they are a great business owner. Your job is to be profitable for you and your family in the long run. Also, you should try to use leverage as much as you can. Maybe this means starting a team or just having an assistant who can handle the paperwork for you. This way you won't get burned out by a couple deals a month. If you like this video, check out this playlist where I just talk about being a real estate agent.